Ferrell, coast to coast here on a Wednesday, and yes, a golf Wednesday on C2C as we get you ready for this week's event. We head to Texas after a month in Florida, couple weeks in Texas before we head down Magnolia Lane, 40 Azaleas and the Masters, the first major of the year. The anticipation is high, but we've got a couple weeks in Houston and San Antonio before we get there. Cam Stewart, of course, is with us, the Prime Minister, every week. As we get ready for this week's tournament. And it is, the Texas Children's Houston Open at Memorial Park Golf Course. Cam, it's great to see you as always. We should start calling Cam Mr. First Round. He's been hot with the first round leaders. We came close with the Bridgman. We were all on the Bridgman last week, and unfortunately, JT and Victor Hovland on the back nine got things cooking. And Bridgman had a horrible double bogey, which killed him early in that round. And away we go, Cam. But you've been hot with the first-round leaders.
Thanks, Carver. I'd love to, honestly, Carver, your love for golf. I've covered the Masters once, and I'd love to take you down Magnolia Lane and walk the course. It's absolutely beautiful, life-changing. Like, it was one of those places, like, you don't even feel like you're on Earth. It's gorgeous, and maybe one day we'll get to walk it again. You're right. We were on the bridge, thought everything was going to be good. This guy has, like, literally, Carver, 1 yard, 2 yards away from literally being inside for a birdie. Instead, it goes in, double bogey in the bunker. We're done. Who cares? We move on. Let's get it done at Houston. I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be an interesting week. What are these guys going to do? Are they going to work on some things like Scheffler? Rory's first time at this event, too. So, you know what? Maybe we avoid the chalk here and we look down the board. There's a lot of stuff in the mid-range. We seem to be saying this all week, but we've been close.
Well, the weird part about this tournament, we don't see this very often, Ken. Now, sometimes we have some very heavy chalk guys on the board. I understand that. But you have Scottie and Rory, who are both 6-1 or under. You got I got 350 right now and 650 for Rory at this very second. And then you go all the way to 28. And Rye got banged down because the lowest on Sunday night, Monday morning was 35. Rye was in the mid-30s with everybody else, and he's been hit down to 28. Everyone else, 28 to 35 or longer. The gap, Cam, from 6.5 to 28. We never see that big of a gap when we have this.
This could be a good week, Carver. And like, there's a lot of guys like Tony Finau's, Theegala's, a lot, Spawn is playing amazing. There's a lot of guys that have a really nice price that can win this thing. And the thing is, you're not going to find value with Rory. Scottie, he's a Texas guy, but what's the big picture? It's Augusta for these guys. So we could find a mid guy this week. And I think the betting is going to be really, really good, buddy.
And Rory's already been jet-setting back and forth. He was at Augusta, what was it, yesterday or Monday? Yep. He was playing over there, checking out the new greens on Florida holes. So you know where the focus is for Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy. Listen, if they're in it late on Saturday, are they going to try to win it? Yeah, of course. Yeah. They're going to try to win the tournament. But I don't think that that's their first priority this week. All right, here's where I'm going, Kim. I'm going to take a couple of these guys in these 30s range, and then I'll go a little bit deeper.
Love it.
Finau has some great numbers here. He's got runner-ups. He's got top days. He's finished very high at this event, even with some bad recent performance. So I don't mind taking a blast with Finau, who honestly, Cam, in this kind of a field, even with Scottie and Rory, he should probably be in the 20s, right?
I agree.
I feel like we're getting a little bit of a price discount on Finau. Minwoo Lee at 35-1. He was in the mix at the Players a couple weeks ago. I'm going back to the Bridgman. I don't necessarily love the fit here, Cam, at this course, but he was so close last week and we were on him. I ain't going to let this guy go and win this week and not be there for him. So he's playing good golf. I'll stay with him. I'm now riding Theegala to get out of a slump. 50-1 for him. Maybe we can get something magic. And I still think they're mispricing this Jake Afternoon Nap.
I agree.
This guy's been a guy who's been in the mix really throughout this calendar year so far, and they're still booking him in the 80s and 90s. 80-1 for Jake Afternoon Nap.
Also, he's got distance off the tee, which will help him here, Carver. It's actually, he could be a good fit.
Distance.
Let's talk about it. Pendrith, for me, very similar to Nap, 45-1. Some Canadian content. Theegala, I'm with you. I don't care if he's slumping. 50's too good. Again, he's our new Eric Cole, but Bridgman has been real close, 50-1. Thomas Dietrich, second in his debut here, 55. A lot of golf guys don't like Racerman. I don't care. I'm playing him this week at 68. And Sam Ryder's on the storm, 140-1. This looks like a course he can get it done, Carver.
Damn riders
On the storm.
Here we go. Placements for me.
Yes.
I will nibble with Aaron Rye for a top 10 at plus 280. And JJ Spuds, who you talked about before. First time we've seen him since that loss in the playoff at the Players to Rory. Top 10 at plus 330. I like Racerman too, Cam. I like the price for a 20 this week at plus 250. How about Novocaine? We can't quit this guy. Top 20 at plus 300. And Ricky Fowler needs to start playing some good golf. Now, he really needs to win. I think he needs to win is the only way he's getting in the Masters. But I think he'll show up this week. Top 20 at plus 320. And Davis Riley has been on fire, Cam. He's been playing really well. Still giving me the 300s for a top 20? I'll go with it for Davis.
Carver, I'm going to tell you, play Fowler for a top 42. It's plus money. Great call by you. Scheffler, he's my guy for a top 5. That's the one chalk. Other than that, Rye, top 10, plus 240. Thompson's water seal. Davis Thompson, I love him this week. Plus 140 for a top 20. Victor Perez, he has the goods. Plus 130. Bo Hostler, a Texas Longhorn. And Charlie Hoffman loves Texas events. Top 40, plus 165 for the Hoff. Let's do it.
First round leaders, Cam. Now, look, this could be all kinds of problems because I saw they got some serious weather coming in. I mean, they might not play for a day and a half. It's going to be so bad down in Houston between late Thursday and really late Friday. But we'll take a shot. Aaron Rye, 50-1. Keith Mitchell, cool Keith Mitchell, 60-1. Novocaine again at 75. Davis Riley at 80. Nico Echevarria at 80-1. And 2 Argentinian bombs. Grillo at 110 and Toasty. You talk about being off the tee. Toasty at 110.
Bert Toasty, let's go. Jaeger bombs for everybody. He'll break your heart on Sunday. 45-1. Spuds. JJ Spawn, 48. Novocaine. I got to go to the dentist next week. Loose tooth, 85. Riders on the Storm at 95. Big Bo Hostler at 100. And Charlie Hoffman at 110. I'm going to add one of your guys too, Carver, because first round leaders are fun.